Tonight we bring you the stories of two families affected by cystic fibrosis. One is having a very different experience to the other because they can't get access to the so-called miracle drug Trikafta. It's still not available to many sufferers because Pharmac is still discussing it with manufacturer Vertex. Alice Wilkins has this Because It Matters story.
Just watching them with their 2-year-old Jess, you can feel how thankful James and Emma Lambie are to have each other. Because 4 years ago, their family was minutes away from being torn apart by cystic fibrosis.
About 3 or 4 years ago, I actually lost my fight with CF. And I was very lucky that Emma was there to fight for me. She did CPR on me for 10 minutes to keep me alive.
CF fills the lungs with thick mucus. James's was so badly damaged that the 28-year-old suffered a major bleed in his right lung.
Yeah, I'd had first aid training, so I had half an idea of what to do. I remember him fitting on me, and I felt then that he's still fighting.
Emma managed to bring back James's heartbeat, buying them enough time for a chopper to land at their Paidoa farm and get him to hospital. 2 months later, they got married.
Even the photographer was crying.
When they went to have Jess through IVF, there was another shock.
Unfortunately for us, Emma also carried the same CF gene that I have 2 of. She is also a carrier, so that made IVF just a little bit more tricky. Our embryos had to go off for PGD testing, which can identify the CF sufferers and pull them out.
Just drafting off the cows.
James, who's half Kiwi, keeps himself active as a farmer, but has to self-fund a raft of expensive medication from overseas to help slow his lung decline.
My lovely concoction of pills.
He's never had Trikafta, but moving back to the UK where it's available is now a very real option to get as much time with his daughter as possible.
We want to see our kids grow up, but we also want to see other kids grow up, with CF. 2
of those other kids are 16-year-old twins Lily and Mania Graham, who we met last year. That's when they first shared they had cystic fibrosis. Their friends and teachers didn't even know.
We want to be normal.
Since then, they've been given access to Trikafta, which would normally cost more than $300,000 a year per person, a cost they couldn't afford. Their specialist put them up for Vertex's managed access program.
We got a message from the pharmacy to say that our prescription was being put through and they'd let us know when it was ready. And so me and Lily went and picked up the girls and we drove up there and sat outside Auckland Hospital until it was ready.
And I think we cried because we were so happy.
The twins say they noticed the difference overnight, and after 2 months, Lily's lung function has risen to 47%, Mania's to 60%. They're playing sport, taking part in kapa haka, and have even starred in a music video.
I have a job now. Amazing. And I'm more active. I'm hungry all the time now. And I can speak better. I'm more active, I can keep up with my kapa haka group. Oh, we can breathe now as well. Watch this. I didn't cough now.
Something they now want people like James and his family to have the chance to experience. Alice Wilkins, Newshub.